Tonight, coronavirus causes classes to move online for area colleges. We're taking a closer look at how it's impacting higher education around the Twin Ports.
And bottled water ban. A bill is making its way through the Capitol in St. Paul that would impose stiff penalties for selling it in the state.
Plus, the $100 million delay. A confusing interchange in the area awaiting a major facelift gets pushed back.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Today, the World Health Organization called the coronavirus outbreak a global pandemic.
This comes as more cases pop up in our region. In Minnesota, 2 more patients were confirmed to have come down with the virus, one in the Twin Cities area, the other in the southern portion of the state. Both were exposed while outside the state. That brings the total confirmed cases in Minnesota to 5. In Wisconsin, 3 more cases were confirmed in the eastern portion today. All were exposed while traveling in the U.S. or internationally. There are now 6 confirmed cases in the Badger State, with more than 1,000 in the United States. The coronavirus pandemic is causing local colleges to extend spring break and move all classes online, at least for the time being.
Today, we learned the entire University of Minnesota system, including the Duluth campus and most of the University of Wisconsin campuses, including Superior and Madison, are all making those major adjustments. CBS 3's Jenna Wells joins us live from UMD's campus. Jenna, students there are already on spring break, but it sounds like it'll last a lot longer than they thought.
That is correct, Tony and Kristen. UMD's spring break began last Friday, and they were supposed to come back to campus on Monday, March 16th. Now it looks like that date has been pushed to Wednesday, March 18th. So this already pretty quiet campus is going to stay quiet for a bit longer because once students are back, all classes will be held online until at least April 1st. U of M officials say they'll continue to evaluate the situation as that date gets closer to see if they need to extend the online class mandate. School leaders say that they made this decision with students and staff safety in mind. One UMD medical school student that we caught up with today said that she appreciates the move, but wondered about the differences that online classes will bring, especially in her very hands-on field.
I think it'll definitely be different. It won't be as much hands-on learning that we could do at the school. I think that our staff is going to find a way to find us the education that we need, though.
As we mentioned, UWS also made changes. Everything will be normal there until Saturday when spring break starts. That break will be extended by a week, and they're asking students to stay away from campus during that time. Once classes resume, they'll all be online. The first possible date UWS might resume face-to-face classes would be April 13th. Now, officials at both schools say that they will continue to monitor the situation, and if you want to read more, we've posted both UMD and UWS's full campus alerts on our website, cbs3duluth.com.
We'll definitely wait to see how this one unfolds. Jenna Wells live for us at UMD. Thanks, Jenna. Duluth Public School reps say they haven't made any changes yet. They take guidance from the Minnesota Department of Health. Duluth school officials say so far they haven't made any spring break recommendations. They continue to monitor the situation. In Wisconsin, the Superior School District says they too are watching closely. They're planning ahead for a possible extended closure. They also said their custodial and maintenance crews have been busy sanitizing the buildings each day. The CDC is giving $560 million to states, cities, and tribes around the country funding efforts to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Locally, Minnesota is receiving $10.5 million. Wisconsin is receiving more than $11 million, and Michigan will get more than $15 million. The money is part of the more than $8 billion Congress appropriated for coronavirus response. The goal of the funding is to allow local governments to speed up their planning and readiness for the pandemic.
A bill up for debate in St. Paul would ban bottled water sold in plastic containers. 11 Democrats proposed the bill, including Duluth Representative Jennifer Schultz. Bottled water is defined as water in a sealed container that isn't metal or glass that holds 1 gallon or less. A manufacturer, wholesaler, or retailer that violates the law would be subject to a fine of $50 for each water bottle offered for sale, up to a maximum penalty of $500. The bill has been referred to the Commerce Committee. If passed, the law would go into effect in January. A major announcement today from the NCAA in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak. NCAA President Mark Emmert said it will hold its upcoming tournaments, including hockey and basketball, without fans. This also impacts Minnesota, with the NCAA Wrestling Championships being held at US Bank Stadium March 19th through the 21st. Emmert says NCAA Division I basketball tournament games will not be open to the general public because of concerns about the spread of coronavirus. Only essential staff and limited family will be able to attend. Kelly Hinseth will have much more on what this means for the NCHC quarterfinals scheduled for this weekend. Meanwhile, Grandma's Marathon officials are monitoring the situation as it relates to the race later this summer. Each year, the event draws tens of thousands of visitors from the area, many from around the world. Mandy Peterson, the public relations director for the event, says the state's health department is not recommending the cancellation of mass events in Minnesota. She added they are keeping a close eye on the situation and right now are planning to move forward with the race weekend in June.
All right, Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. Dave, those clouds certainly moved in just like you said they would.
Yeah, but they didn't kick out the mix. I feared that they would. That's been held off. You know, we were eyeing up two lows last night, one to the north, one to the south. That southern one kept going south, so now we're dealing with the one to the north. And like Tony just mentioned, it's kept the sky gray here today, but on the dry side for the town. We're looking at a live look here, Schwamigan Bay in Ashland, where yeah, the ice is still relatively thick, and the sky above is a little bit on the grayer side, thanks to that trough of lower pressure. And so there it is, just to our northwest, bringing in tonight a 40% chance for a mix, which could dial up to a 50% chance for a mix here on our Thursday. That leads us to the day planner for Thursday, and that's a live picture of what's going on up in the Ely area where the ice is still thick on Robinson Lake. Out the door in the morning, we have that 40% chance for the mix. It sticks around to about a 60% chance when you come back home. High temp near 40 degrees. That may make things more rain than anything else tomorrow, so I don't think too much could stick to the ground, but I'll show you the latest estimates in just a few more minutes.
Authorities have identified the man who was fatally shot in Cass County. The Ramsey County Medical Examiner says 72-year-old Maynard Anderson was killed on Sunday afternoon. The BCA says a 911 caller told dispatchers that a neighbor had entered their house armed with a gun. Reports state that the caller then fled to a safe location and heard gunshots while hiding. On arrival, first responders found 57-year-old Keith Hawks walking down a road in the area armed with a gun, where he was fatally shot by authorities after he was given multiple commands.
A Wisconsin man learned his fate for the deaths of 3 Girl Scouts and one of their mothers. Colton True has been sentenced to 54 years in prison for driving while high, huffing aerosol fumes, leading to the tragic deaths. The crash happened while they were all cleaning the side of a Chippewa Falls highway back in November of 2018. Yesterday, one of the victims' parents gave an emotional victim impact statement in court.
It was very revealing to show just how far off the roadway Mr. True was traveling and how far the bodies were thrown. Down the embankment, quite a distance apart.
Prosecutors argued True left the scene, hiding the vehicle, and going about his life. When he was caught, he admitted to police that he was high from chemical inhalation at the time of the crash.
A fire in Chisholm destroyed a large garage on Tuesday night. According to friends of the Northland Firewire, the fire happened on the 900 block of 3rd Avenue Northeast around 11:30 last night. One person was treated on the scene for minor burns to his hands. No other injuries were reported. The cause is under investigation. Meanwhile, still no word on what caused a fire at an abandoned bar in Hibbing. Flames broke out at the old Coachman Lounge around 9:15 last night. No one was hurt. The fire marshal is investigating.
You're taking a live look now at Duluth's can of worms. We just learned this afternoon that construction and the traffic nightmare expected to come along with it is on hold.
MnDOT was supposed to start the $343 million construction project on the busy interchange this spring. Now they say the start could be pushed to the fall. CBS 3's Caitlin Moffitt has the latest.
That's right, and that's all because MnDOT is still short $100 million to fund the project. We first told you about that funding shortfall back in November. MnDOT officials blamed it on unknown costs to deal with contaminated materials and utility work. At that point, MnDOT decided to delay the port of the project, dealing with the Highway 53 bridge and I-535 and Garfield Avenue interchange. Now they say the majority of the I-35 work will have to wait as well.
It's hard, and as much as we all want to see this work done, we know it's important. We've heard loud and clear from the public, the blind merges, the left exits, and we have our great goal here and safety goal. But at the same token, we have to do what's right, and we've got a lot of great people working on this. It's just really, really hard.
As we mentioned, some construction will start this fall, but you won't see significant traffic impacts until the spring of 2021. That's when MnDOT plans to move forward with making I-35 traffic single-lane configuration. In the fall, northbound traffic will remain on I-35 and southbound traffic will be moved to Lower Michigan Street as planned. Now we'll hear much more from MnDOT on traffic-wise coming up tonight at 10.
All right, thanks, Caitlin. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how the Hibbing High School is making it easier for students with learning disabilities to learn.
39 was our high temp today. 32 is the normal. I think many places will crack 40 tomorrow, and that may lead to rain, more so than snow. We'll show you the odds coming up after our break.
On the other side.
I saw that.
The wait is finally over. Special spring bonus savings are back at your Northland Ford dealers. For a limited time, you can get an extra $1,000 in spring bonus cash on a new built Ford Tough truck. Power through the toughest jobs with a Super Duty, or haul more than ever with an F-150. And see why F-Series have been America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Now with an extra $1,000 in spring bonus cash, lease an F-150 for just $299 a month. Hurry into your local Northland Ford dealer today.
Your work is your name. You live by it. At Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, we take our name, our work, just as seriously. John Deere excavators, skid steers, and loaders have the compact agility and big-time ability you need to finish the job. Comfortable, affordable, and backed by a 2-year, 2,000-hour full machine warranty. Standard. In-person service calls and parts delivery keep you work ready. Our techs are highly trained and incredibly knowledgeable. Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment. We make sure the work lives up to your name.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Bob's Factory Outlet in Park Falls and Ashland is having a tax time bundle sale. The $999 7-piece tax time bundle includes a sofa, love seat, or chaise, or recliner, plus a cocktail table and 2 end tables. Complete the tax time bundle with a set of 2 lamps. Sleep well after saving on Beauty Rest Plus Euro Top Queen mattress set, $749 after check. Use your $100 check towards a purchase of $499 or more. Bob's Factory Outlet tax time bundle sale ends April 4th.
Survivor, Winners at War is about to change.
Oh, I'm nervous.
We're switching tribes.
Oh my God. I felt my game flipping through my fingers.
This could be catastrophic.
How did I get stuck stranded on an island with my ex-boyfriend?
New Survivor, Winners at War, tonight, 8/7 Central on CBS.
I'm not sure you're mature enough for college. Where are you going?
To play with my trains.
A new Young Sheldon, Thursday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, let's start off today by looking at this morning's low temperatures because there was the threat to some chilliness up around the Canadian border, and it looks like it did pay off. International Falls had a low temp of 3 above here this morning, Ely 7 above, and I swear that Highway 1 is a good conduit, a pipeline for cold air because it looks like it ran down that highway to Silver Bay, and they dropped to 9 above while you get into northwestern Wisconsin. It was pretty warm, 26 for a low temp in the Hayward area. Well, thanks to cloud cover here today, I think tomorrow morning's low temperatures are going to be more uniform on the warmer side. Shouldn't be that much infiltration of cold air across the border this time around. Although the low pressure system skirting along the border will be bringing us a chance for a rain and snow mix probably later tonight on through Thursday, goes away by Friday. Right now at the airport in Duluth, it's 34, relative humidity 75%, southeast wind going 11 miles per hour, and air pressure 29.79 inches of mercury, going down thanks to the presence of that trough of lower pressure just to our northwest. Right now, current temps are fairly mild in Michigan, 41 to 43 from Watersmeet to Ironwood, 41 to 43 from Hayward to Ashland, but a little cooler from Superior to Sola Springs and through Gordon and Minong, places like that, 34 to 37. 39 is the current temp towards Moose Lake, North Shore running 28 to 34. Iron Ranges are in the mid-30s. Looks like a line of 36s from Grand Rapids through towards Hibbing, Chisholm, Virginia, Evelyn into the Ely region, and similar temperatures near the Canadian border. And like I mentioned, because of the cloud cover, shouldn't get so chilly up there come tomorrow morning. Daytime highs tomorrow, probably very similar to what we had today. Doppler map right now shows that snow showers are trying to push into the region as that center of low pressure from our northwest is coming our way. But it's going to be tangling with temperatures warmer than 32, so this trough of lower pressure that does make its presence felt here tonight may make it felt more as rain than snow, especially come tomorrow. As the low pressure system and its trough continue to work through the region, our mix could continue for much of the day on Thursday in on and off fashion, and by the time it's gone, it may not really add up to that much. Here's the latest look through about 5 o'clock on Friday morning. If it turns into more rain, then we're looking at maybe a 1/10 or 2/10 of an inch of a little bit of stick on the ground here, especially east central Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin. But north of Duluth, where it does get a little cooler, could be a little more snow, and it might be coming down towards the tune of an inch or so there. So we'll have to drive cautiously. Tonight, low temps, Minnesota in the 20s for the most part. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps there in the 30s. We all get a chance for the mix after midnight, and then it sticks around through tomorrow. Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps around 40 or so, 60% mix chance. 50% shot in Minnesota with highs from 37 to 42. And the extended forecast, once we get through the mix on Thursday, it calms down, if not clears up, come Friday and Saturday. But it also cools down. High temps will drop towards 30, which will actually be a hair cooler than normal for at least a couple of days.
Thanks, Dave. For students with learning disabilities, focusing in class can be quite a challenge.
But a unique new classroom at Hibbing High School was created to help. CBS 3's Emma Quinn shows us more.
With colorful lights, sounds, and feelings, the new multi-sensory room at Hibbing High School is giving students a controlled environment when they need a break from class. The idea for the room came when special education teachers noticed students were acting out in class or needed a break, but didn't have a space to go to. The settings in the room can be changed to a child's needs or preferences. Officials say they hope the room can help students relax, creating a more positive classroom experience for everyone.
Where we don't have the outbursts in the classroom, they're not being, their lessons aren't being interrupted because this child is able to say, I need this, right now, and have this as to modify that behavior.
The room will be open to one student and teacher or aide at a time. Special Education Director Nathan Lutska says they have created guidelines for how to approach using the room. Special education officials say the room will also be used for students suffering from mental health issues.
All right, Kelly's here to talk about sports. There's a lot of stuff happening out there today.
A lot of stuff happening with hockey, and as we know right now, at this moment in time, hockey is going to be happening at Amsoil Arena this weekend, and there will be fans in attendance. That's as of right now. Up next, we're going to have a preview of what UMD is preparing for this weekend as Miami heads to Amsoil.
Northwest Outlet is your ARE truck topper headquarters.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Home's tax relief sale is going on now. When you spend $9.99, get an extra 7% off sale prices. This modern glass top table and 4 chairs, just $9.29 after tax relief savings. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing and free shipping. Tax relief savings now at Home Furniture.
Stop by your local Super One Liquor for all your party and gathering needs. With locations throughout the Northland and northern Wisconsin, Super One Liquor has a commitment to delivering outstanding service, variety, and top quality wines and spirits. And don't forget the massive variety of ice-cold beer and beverages, all at the low prices you've grown to expect. Visit superoneliquor.com anytime to view our weekly ads and in-store specials.
So stop by your local Super One Liquor store. Come for the service. Leave with the savings.
It's our 80th birthday at DQ, so you're invited to celebrate with BOGO 80-cent Blizzard treats. Buy one Blizzard and get a second Blizzard for just 80 cents through March 15th. It's the ultimate party favor. Cue the confetti drop. By that, we mean M&M's, Oreo, cookie dough, BOGO, for just 80 cents. Whatever your favorite flavor, that's a Blizzard for you and a +1. DQ, happy tastes good.
Need to operate worry-free on terrain where other machines just won't cut it? Kubota SVL Series track loaders are designed for the difficult jobs that require extra traction and stability. They're highly maneuverable, have best-in-class bucket breakout force, excellent visibility, comfortable cabs, and a large assortment of available attachments. Right now, take advantage of 0% APR financing for up to 48 months on a Kubota SVL track loader.
No one serves you better than Bullet Implement.
At Cracker Barrel, you'll always feel right at home. With favorites like our golden country fried steak, our scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, and our signature chicken and dumplings. So come on home to what you love. Come on home to Cracker Barrel.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, lease a new 2020 RAV4 for $229 a month. Or you can get $1,000 TFS APR cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
America's Most Watched Network. Tonight, starting at 7, only on CBS3 Duluth. Then, stay tuned for CBS3 News at 10.
Now at Home Sleep Express, get up to $300 in home merchandise when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic or iComfort mattress. Plus, no interest financing for 4 years and free delivery, setup, and a 120-day comfort guarantee. Tempur-Pedic and iComfort at Home Sleep Express.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
The big dance down in Minneapolis began today as the Minnesota State High School girls basketball tournament features 3 of our area teams. Starting this morning in the Class AAA bracket, the Hermantown Hawks with a tough test taking on the top-seeded De La Salle. Opening minutes of the game, Hermantown was keeping pace in this one. Cora Parkinson feeds it to Britta Birkland in the lane. She fights her way through traffic and lays it in. Hawks take the early 4-point lead, and they kept it close. Ellie Schmitz drives in through the lane, lays that one in. Schmitz led the way with 16 points on the day. Hermantown trailing by 3 now. Closing minutes of the half, Hawks fighting back from behind. Ava Asgard with 3 defenders on her, fights for the board and puts it back. Hermantown trailed by 9 at the half. They claim as close as 2 in the first to the second. Hermantown struggled to get anything going offensively as Birkland got that one to go. Hawks were down by 14. De La Salle pretty much took it from there. The Hawks fall 85-52. They now move to the consolation bracket. The action isn't complete for the day. Duluth Marshall takes on the quarterfinal matchup this weekend with the 3rd-seeded New London Spicer at 8:00 p.m. We'll have highlights tonight in our 10 p.m. show. And as of this moment in time, the NCHC quarterfinals featuring the Miami Redhawks and the UMD Bulldogs will go on as scheduled with fans. Back to practice for the UMD men's hockey team today, and this time it was for playoff prep. Bulldogs will welcome in Miami of Ohio this weekend for a best-of-3 game series starting this Friday. UMD enters the playoffs on a notable high note. Since getting swept on the road at St. Cloud State, UMD has won 10 out of their last 12. They finished the regular season on a 5-game win streak, and spirits are definitely high over at Amsoil.
Winning does a lot of things, right? You know, they should feel good. They've played good hockey. You know, I mean, I can go back to after we played St. Cloud. Like, we're staring at North Dakota and Denver, 2 of the top teams in the league, and that was kind of a turning point for me. Yeah, and our guys went in and gutted one out in Denver and got a real good Saturday win and kind of changed our second half, because that could have went south. But I just think we've had some different guys step up. You know, Jackson going out. There's another bit of adversity, but I think, you know, we haven't really missed a beat. I think there's still some guys that can elevate their game. I think our team can still be a better hockey team, and we're going to try and do that here this weekend and try and win 2 games.
UMD has clinched home ice and will face Miami, Ohio in the first round of the NCHC playoffs. The best-of-3 series begins on Friday. Should the Bulldogs win Friday and Saturday, a Sunday game will not be necessary, and winner heads to the NCHC Frozen Face-Off down in St. Paul at the X Puck Drop is at 7:07 p.m. And beyond that, there will be no fans as they make their way in the NCAA regional tournament.
So on that note, we saw the NCAA come out and say
Yes.
no fans at some of these events. Does the NCHC fall under the NCAA umbrella, and how could that potentially affect quarterfinal games?
So as we're looking at it right now, they don't fall under that umbrella of canceling tournament games. That only applies to the NCAA tournament. The NCHC quarterfinals and the NCHC Frozen Face-Off, that decision ultimately goes up to the NCHC, and they're also leaving it up to schools when it comes to travel. So you saw the Big Ten basketball tournament goes on tonight, but after tonight, the Big Ten decided that there will be no more fans going forward. So it will all come down. Now, we're getting new information, so this may be a different story by 10. There may be no fans this weekend. We don't know. But what I can tell you is that hockey will be played this weekend, and UMD has pretty much clinched their way into the NCAA tournament, and they will probably not play in front of any fans from that point on.
Definitely a lot still to come on this one, and you'll be following it every step of the way.
A lot to unpack here,
All right, thanks, Kelly.
Well, before we go, things are getting steamy on Lake Superior thanks to the revival of a centuries-old tradition, the sauna. A new partnership between the Inn on Lake Superior and Cedar and Stone Nordic Sauna is bringing a new option for the popular Finnish tradition. The Inn is hosting the sauna company for a winter and spring residency right along the shores of Lake Superior. Organizers say dating back more than a century, saunas were a popular gathering spot in Finntown, now known as Canal Park. They hope to bring that experience from the past to the present. The sauna is open to the public Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, or by appointment. Oh, I love a good sauna.
Yeah, the sauna might not be bad as we swing into the cool down on Friday and Saturday, huh?
But first we get a little bit on the warm side, Tony. High temps near 40 at least through tomorrow. Then, yeah, Friday we do start to dial back at least a little bit.
All right, we'll see you at 10.